Your potential is powerful, but it's also vulnerable. Vulnerable to energy leeches, dream killers, and people who smile while they silently sabotage you. You keep wondering why you're tired all the time, why your motivation fades, why your fire keeps going out. It's not you. It's the people around you pulling your spirit into their small world. People who drain your energy with their drama, their doubt, their fear of seeing you rise. You don't need to hate them. You just need to outgrow them, because your future won't survive in the company of those who fear your growth. Let me say it clearly. Not everyone around you is cheering for you. Some are clapping, yes, but only loud enough to distract you from hearing your own intuition. Some are smiling, but it's only because they believe you'll never escape the level you both started from. Some are close, not out of love, but out of comfort. Because as long as you stay small, they never have to feel the discomfort of their own limitations. Your potential threatens those who've settled. Your discipline reminds them of what they never committed to. Your ambition shines a spotlight on their excuses, and they hate that mirror. But if you keep shrinking to keep their comfort intact, you'll wake up one day with nothing left for yourself. You'll have poured all your ideas, all your fire, all your you into people who were never capable of returning the same. Ask yourself, how many dreams have you delayed trying to stay connected to people who stopped growing? How many times have you explained your vision to those who had no intention of understanding it? How often do you feel guilty for wanting more, just because they've settled for less? You were not born to be everyone's emotional sponge. You are not a battery for broken souls to recharge off of. You are a builder, a dreamer, a doer. And builders don't waste bricks on opinions. Dreamers don't seek validation in circles that never clapped. Doers don't slow down to wait for people still arguing about whether the race is worth running. This is your wake-up call. Protect your potential like it's gold, because it is. Protect your peace like it's your power source, because it is. Protect your energy like your future depends on it, because it absolutely does. People will always ask you to dim your light when it blinds them. Let them squint. Let them walk away. But don't ever turn down your fire to keep others warm, because you can't reach your highest self while being drained by people who gave up on theirs. You are not selfish for choosing your growth over their comfort. You are not rude for setting boundaries that protect your brilliance. And you are definitely not wrong for walking away from conversations, environments, or relationships that treat your dreams like they're a nuisance instead of a masterpiece in progress. So ask yourself right now, who in your life is adding energy? Who's subtracting it? And what are you doing today to protect the future you say you want? Because the people you surround yourself with, they're either watering your vision or poking holes in your bucket. Choose wisely, because your potential depends on it. Energy is your first currency, not time. Before you even talk about managing your goals, your habits, or your money, you need to start with this. Energy is the true currency of success, because no matter how much time you have, if your energy is gone, your time is worthless. You've felt it, haven't you? Those days where you had hours to work on your dreams, but your mind was foggy, your heart was heavy, and your motivation was flatlined. You weren't lazy, you were drained. Drained by the conversations that went nowhere. Drained by people who complain about everything but change nothing. Drained by giving constant reassurance to people who refuse to believe in you, no matter how consistent you are. And yet you still wonder, why can't I focus? Why am I stuck? Why don't I feel inspired anymore? Because energy is not just physical, it's emotional, mental, spiritual. And if the people around you are constantly withdrawing from your energy account, then even the most powerful goals will feel too heavy to lift. This is why protecting your potential starts with protecting your energy. It's not just about being busy, it's about being better focused, better surrounded, better fueled. You don't need more time, you need fewer leaks. Plug the holes, guard your mind, audit your circle, because every time you let someone drain you, you're delaying the version of you that the world desperately needs. Not everyone deserves access to you. You were not born to be available to everyone. You were not created to entertain every opinion, soothe every ego, or carry every weight that's thrown at you. You're not oxygen. Stop trying to keep everyone alive. There are people in your life right now who don't love you. They love the version of you that's always giving, always agreeing, always sacrificing. They love the access and not the alignment. And every time you try to set a boundary, they guilt you. They call you selfish. They say you've changed. Well, you should change. You should grow. You should protect the path that's calling you. If your growth threatens their comfort, they were never rooting for you. They liked you better when you were unsure of yourself, when you were second-guessing your dreams, when your light was dim enough not to challenge their darkness. But your potential can't thrive in a toxic environment. You cannot build a future with people who fear the strength of your vision. So stop trying to convince them. Stop dimming your brilliance to keep the peace. Stop holding back your evolution to preserve a connection that was never built on truth, because peace without growth is just polite suffering, and your purpose is too big to be polite with people who poison it. Silence is power. Not everyone needs to know your moves. Some people aren't trying to stop you. They're just waiting for your next move so they can sabotage it silently. You post your plans, you share your dreams, you speak with excitement, and wonder why you always hit a wall right after. It's because exposure invites energy, and not all of it is good. The wrong people don't need weapons to hurt you. They just need information. The more you give, the more you leak. Not just energy, but momentum, confidence, direction. You think you're building support, but you're building surveillance. You think they're listening to cheer, but they're listening to compete, compare, or control. So protect your path by walking quietly. Grow in silence. Move in discipline. Let your results speak so loudly, no one hears the noise you ignored to get there, because the loudest path is rarely the most powerful one. Real strength doesn't need to announce. Real potential doesn't need permission. And when you stop seeking applause, you start making progress. Boundaries are not cruel. They're clarity. Saying no doesn't make you rude. Pulling away doesn't mean you're heartless. Cutting access doesn't make you arrogant. It makes you wise. You were taught to be nice, to be available, to never let anyone feel left out. But while you were busy pleasing everyone, your vision got blurry, your schedule got hijacked, your passion turned into exhaustion. Your time is not a donation, your energy is not free. Every moment you spend explaining yourself to people who don't get it, every hour you waste fixing someone else's mess, every drop of focus you lose babysitting other people's chaos, is energy stolen from your future. Boundaries aren't walls, they're filters. They separate what feeds your future from what bleeds it. You don't owe everyone access to your life just because they've known you a long time. History is not a reason to sacrifice destiny, so stop feeling guilty for choosing growth. You're not becoming distant, you're becoming deliberate. Protecting your potential is an act of purpose. Your potential is not just a gift, it's a responsibility. A seed that can grow into something powerful, or wither from neglect. And every time you let energy-draining people linger in your life unchecked, you're handing over that seed to people who don't even water their own. You wouldn't leave your bank account open for anyone to withdraw from. So why leave your mind, your energy, your soul wide open to be depleted? Protecting your potential means becoming intentional about your environment, who you talk to, what you consume, where you invest your time. If someone constantly doubts your dreams, they don't belong in your strategy. If they belittle your goals, they have no place in your planning. If they guilt-trip your boundaries, they fear your growth, not love it. You're not leaving people behind. You're moving toward what you were called to become. Not everyone is meant to walk with you into your next chapter, and that's okay. This isn't about ego, it's about elevation. You weren't born to blend in. You were built to break limits. And to do that, you need your full energy, your full clarity, your full heart, not scattered across people who don't value it. You don't have to prove your worth to people who can't see it. Stop begging blind minds to recognize your vision. Stop trying to convince small thinkers that your dreams are valid. You're not here to argue your greatness into existence, and you're here to live it. The truth is, people who constantly question your worth, your goals, your direction, they're not confused, they're intimidated, because if you grow, they lose control. If you evolve, they no longer get the watered-down version of you that made them feel better about themselves. You were never meant to play defense for your dreams. Your job is not to stay small so they can stay comfortable. Your job is not to tone down your ambition so you fit inside their insecure frame of reference. The more you try to earn their approval, the more you delay your assignment. And guess what? The ones who doubt you the most, they're usually the ones doing the least. You don't need their praise, you need your focus. So stop looking sideways. You don't owe anyone proof. You owe yourself progress. Build in silence. Evolve in truth. And when your results speak, let them choke on the silence they gave you when you needed support. So there comes a point when you stop apologizing for protecting your peace. You stop explaining your boundaries. You stop shrinking your voice just to make others comfortable. Because you finally understand your potential is sacred, and not everyone deserves access to it. This world will try to convince you that being available to everyone makes you kind, that keeping toxic connections makes you loyal, that tolerating disrespect makes you mature. Your growth will offend those committed to staying stuck. Your vision will scare those who've given up on theirs. Your boundaries will anger those who benefited from your lack of them. Let them be uncomfortable. You weren't put here to carry their fears. You're here to become everything you were destined to be. So protect your time, guard your energy, preserve your potential. You don't owe everyone access, especially not those who dim your light to keep you within reach. Your future is waiting for you to get serious, to stop bleeding energy for people who wouldn't even clap for you. Protect your potential like your life depends on it, because it does.